Okay, so for this one, something that I found helpful when I was a student and trying to work this out, I wouldn't necessarily write everything out that I'm about to write out, but it's a good way of thinking about it. So this piece right here is where I'm guessing you probably had trouble. And what this literally means is we have two of those. So it means we have a negative out front, which is just going to be like multiply it by -1 at the end. And then we have a negative AB and a negative AB. And that's where I'm not suggesting if this was negative AB to the seventh, you should write out 7 of these. But realizing what this is that can help you figure out how to get to the next step here. So AB squared. So the first thing I would do is I would count 1, 2, 3 negative signs. If I multiply 3 negative things together, I get a negative. So now I can forget all about the signs. I have 1, 2, 3 A's. There's my A cubed. And here I have 1, 2, 3, 4 B's. There's my B cubed, or my B, to the fourth, excuse me. So that's how they got to the negative A cubed B to the fourth. If I were doing this, not writing this out, let me do the same thing but with a little bit different notation. And again, the way that you write it and the way that you think it don't really have to match. And so in my head, this is when I'm looking at this and kind of double checking myself and the signs, I would think it's one of these times one of these. But anyhow, so here's that negative in front. If I'm thinking of this thing squared, a negative squared would make a positive, and then this would be like 2 times that invisible 1 would make A squared, and 2 times that invisible 1 would make B squared, which is the same thing as saying negative times negative is positive, A times A is A squared, B times B is B squared. This is just doing it using the rules of exponents, and then this is, to me, a whole lot more intuitive than the rules for exponents. And so I use this to just kind of, again, check myself that I'm not doing something silly up here. Once I'm there, I'll just copy this piece down, AB squared, and now it's negative because there's a negative in front. I have A squared times A to the first, which gives me 1, 2, 3 A's. And B squared gives me B to the fourth. So the rules for exponents make this a much more compact way to write it. And again, thinking of what that would literally be can help you apply the rules correctly. Hopefully that helps.